Hi everyone, this podcast is called Starting Over, and this week's topic is the power of our intention. Whenever taking on a new project, such as starting over, the most powerful tool we can have in our toolbox and which will help us the most is our intention. Intention helps us remain focused on our goals. It fuels us up with the energy necessary to keep moving forward no matter what happens along the way. In the book Chicken Soup for the Soul by the author Gary Zukav, he says that an intention precedes every thought and every action, and that the outcome of our experience is determined by our intention. So it's important to keep in mind that our intention needs to be aligned with our heart, and in order to do that, our thoughts and action also need to be aligned with our heart, meaning we can't focus on the fear of failing or expecting the worst outcome or even complaining, because guess what will happen? You guessed it right. It will result in a negative outcome. I believe in the 80-20 rule, which means 80% of the time I do my very best to stay aligned with my intention. And the other 20% of the time, if I find myself losing my focus, I forgive myself when I make a mistake along the way, and I go as far as rectifying my behavior and my thoughts when needed. Remember, we're not aiming for perfection. We're simply thriving for progress, which means even if we have a bad moment or a bad day or find ourselves falling into an old limiting belief or self-destructive pattern, it's important to remain loving, caring, and even forgiving towards ourselves. After all, we're all humans, and humans make mistakes. That's how we learn new skills. You wouldn't get angry at a baby who's trying to learn how to walk if all of a sudden it lost its balance, would you? Then why would you get upset at yourself if for some reason you're having a hard time mastering this new skill? In his book, Gary Zukav also says that from our intention, everything else in our life will flow, which to me makes a lot of sense. In case you're curious, the intention I set when I began the Starting Over podcast is that it would help people while creating a community of like-minded people who are ready to create and redesign themselves, their lives and their lifestyles, so that they too can all live the life they have always dreamed of. I mean, so far it's working. We're already up to 37 subscribers and more than 100 views. And I absolutely thank you all for taking the time to listen to my podcast, for taking the time to write to me. It feels so good to read your guys. So until next time, I wish you all a fantastic week filled with many reasons to be thankful and with all sorts of positive opportunities on your paths.